The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go! The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Watch the back and watch the...
Here we go.
Mike.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, move 15.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the...
Hey, zero.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson going to throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, son.
Gun.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Get ready. Get ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Let's go, baby.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, here we go. Here we go. Check the flag. 54. Mike, 54.
In your face.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Oh, yeah.
2 yards on the pickup.
What?
It's 2nd and 8.
6-0 our score after 1.
Hey. 4 down.
Score Seahawks 6. Vikings nothing.
What? 55. Hey, eat. Okay, double up. 4 down.
From the 38, Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At their
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strong right. Strong right.
To throw is Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So, Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. We're coming soon. The official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. Go to EA.com/theprediction to check it out. And keep playing Madden to feed the machine and tell us who you think will win as well. Again, it's EA.com/theprediction.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Mike, 5-4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hey, 380. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. One left.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Set, ready. 60 yards.
Check. Watch 54.
14. Pass.
No.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball. Right there. 54. Right there. Right. Let's go.
This time Wilson will throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
65.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And got his man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Cousins to throw it. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
We play to win. Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Mike's 5-4. 12, 14.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Mike. There in the middle. 55. Switch up. Switch up.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we? Remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
No. Blue draw corkers.
They go play action. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Play fake. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Heavy, got heavy.
They run it with Carson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Bound to lose one. Gun.
Wilson operating from the gun. And he's got his target. That's Moore. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Check 6-6, bullet high.
SOS.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Kill.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check my 50. It's a party now.
4th down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, watch that.
From the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but the ball comes out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Sherrill's on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Homer. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That did.
He's got a man, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got him.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Cousins toward the pylon, caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Two. Out. 61, matchbox lights.
Check 50, check 50.
Cousins to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey. We got three.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Buying time to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So the victory here for Seattle, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.